redeem code, options, redeem code, PlayStation, load game, new game, continue, new game, load game. Yay, I did it.
Yeah! Hello YouTube, and welcome back to L'sG Gaming. My name is Derek, and today I'm joined with my lovely girlfriend Madisyn and her best friend Devon as we re-adventure into the wonderful world of South Park: The Stick of Truth, the video game based off of the famous series that we all know and love.
Heyo.
At least we know and love it.
So we're going to start out by trying to get some of the gym Pokemon that you can only get on day one, just so we know we don't miss them.
Yeah. Because we're collecting hordes, and in any game that we play, especially when Maddie's playing, we have to get all the collectibles.
Gym Pokemon are just adorable.
Do you get anything by getting all the Pokemon, Devon?
When you get so many, I think when you get like the first 10, you like friend one of the people. When you get 20, you get like the CEO. Or when it's like when you get all 30, you get the CEO as a friend.
The CEO of the Nintendo ripoff that made the gym Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, and you also need friends for like feats and stuff.
Yeah, so it always helps to have some friends. Do you just make friends by talking to people, or do you have to have... It's left hand. Oh god.
What? Oh.
Yeah, from the whole
Left
like
hand
5-minute
mode.
sequence where he figures out that a right hand can also be like a left hand if he's facing the right way or something. And dildos, because why not? Mysterion. Also, why not? I'm sure there's a bunch of... One of these things we were just talking about right before we were playing this was like about all the references in the game and how like I thought like maybe they're saving some references for the Fractured Butthole. Like they already had that plan, so they didn't put certain things in this game because they didn't want to use all the material from the whole series up to this point. Because the Fractured Butthole will only have 3.5, 4 seasons of unused show that came after this game that they could use. But they'll use, I guess, the rest of the show too. But one of the things I was just thinking off of that thought is how... I wonder if there's a lot of stuff that I'm missing because I don't get the reference.
Maybe.
You know, just like in the evidence locker, there was a lot of objects on the shelves, but I only noticed the hand.
Mm-hmm.
Does it suck out? I'm sure there's like some kind of YouTube video where it's like... 1,001 references in the South Park game, the South Park episodes. And they've got like the...
I didn't see it. So we have 4 left. One of them we can't get until the end of the day.
Who did we just get?
We got Rabbitech.
Rabbit.
Oh no, just kidding. We have 5 left. City Hall. Wait, am I in front of City Hall? You're like to the left of it. This is when we can.
Oh, what sad times these are when the nation's youth run around in dungeon clothes playing the games of Satan. Young man, if you really want power, there's only one thing you must do. Find Jesus. Find him, and when you do, return to me.
Find Jesus. Oh.
Jesus.
Stab him. Stab him in the heart, Devon. The religious man must not live.
Give it back! Why don't you make us? That's my Justin Bieber toy.
Ooh.
Not anymore. It's
One.
not. Aw, did baby lose her toy?
Little Justin Bieber.
I'm gonna go around and then I'll help them.
Come on, you guys.
Snack cat.
Cat.
That's literally Cartman's cat in a snake costume.
I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like Mr. Kitty.
You're
fighting
prissy teenage girls. Yup.
Yeah. The one kind of looks like an older, slimmer version of Cartman if he was a girl.
Yeah, she has a double chin.
And I know that saying that like all the South Park characters basically have the same face except for the adults. I thought you ran
They
away.
were gonna kill off Kyle because he looked so similar to Stan, but then they ended up just with a running gag of killing Kenny.
Yeah. their personalities were too similar. Like, they found themselves writing the same plot for both.
That was the most perfect throw
I heard,
I've
isn't
ever
that why they
seen.
even made, like, Kyle more Jewish?
I think so. Well, Kyle is based off of Matt Stone, who is Jewish, and Stan is based off of Trey Parker.
Okay.
So they're just two similar people.
Like, they have their same birthdays, they have the same family names. Except Matt Stone has a sister instead of a brother.
I know that they'd never do it, because it would kind of defeat the purpose of the show, but I wish they would have some kind of episode where, like, you get to see all the characters, like, grown up.
Yeah.
Like, see if they, like, if Stan turns into his dad. Because there are certain characters that are like that. Like, you could imagine Stan becoming Randy, or Kyle becoming Mr. Broflovsky, but, like, Butters is nothing like his parents. Like,
No,
he
Butters is
grew up to
sweetheart.
be just, like, still a weirdo. An innocent, lovable weirdo.
By the hammer of Butters.
Oh, being hammered
I'm
in the
sorry.
face.
That shows a wreck. You like beating up on
Oh, hello,
girls?
Prince.
Oh, I hope they didn't break it. Oh, phew. He thinks I owe you one, kid.
It just vibrates? Oh, God.
So we got Snack Hat. No, they... I forget what they are.
I mean...
The only two we
Oh.
that are out in the world is one's in the Donnelly attic and one's in the Chaos Lair.
Okay. And I think I think I was talking about before, I think it's like Jimmy's garage or something. But let's go back here.
Is that your nose?
Is that your nose?
Yeah, because there's a quest where you can go get face... you can get...
Rhinoplasty?
Yeah, you can get plastic surgery and you'll look like Hasselhoff when Garrison got plastic surgery.
Oh, gosh.
And we can go in here. We have to get the quest about the homeless.
That's actually an interesting point, though. They specifically have a rhinoplasty, but most of the people on the show don't have a nose. Or at least most of the kids. Does everyone surgically get a nose? Yeah. Laws, amendments.
Hey kid, maybe you can help us with something. All these homeless people in South Park are making us look like a cold and heartless
Look how
town.
minty
If
she
you could go and beat the crap out of all the bums
she's
and
better
vagrants,
than
they'll
Grandma.
leave town, and it'll restore
Mint
South
Mary
Park's
Crook.
reputation as a compassionate
That's somebody
community.
else.
Wow,
Gotta
that's,
get every
isn't that
single one of
Scott
those bastards,
Malcolmson?
okay? Chop chop.
Or is it
No,
Tweet?
that's Bradley Biggle.
Who's my fairy
It's-
crunch?
Bradley Biggle.
Who's that?
You'll see.
Frickin' Butters is Professor Chaos.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And apparently Clyde is the mosquito.
Yeah. Oh, I knew that one.
Oh, nice fucking community board.
Meow.
This whole game, one big reference.
You will never get laid looking like that, kid.
Ha 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 ha.
Is that kid supposed to be on that roof?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Bradley's mom.
Oh.
You must be in our little Bradley's class. I know everyone thinks their child is special.
So this definitely came before Coon and Friends and all that then, didn't it?
No, this came after Coon and Friends.
They just didn't include any of it.
Yeah, because I don't know if it was their intention, but like that's why I'm excited for the next.
Right, because there was just a
Game.
poster for the Coon. Right.
Chaos Lair and
That we can get
Donnelly
anytime.
attic?
Yeah, the chaos there we can get it any time.
What about the Donnelly attic?
We're gonna get that when we continue because we have to
How many days are in this game?
You're creeping me out.
Oh, okay.
There's a kid that's on the roof.
Craig, this is detention, okay? Stop looking at your watch because you're here for 3 hours, buddy, okay?
Wow.
Whatever.
Now,
That is
don't think
hella
your
long
friends are gonna come
detention.
Bust you out this
Not
time,
really.
Craig.
My name is Feldspar, and I'm a level 6 thief, and the humans will soon rescue me
He already said level
No,
6,
your
but
name
I'm
is
pretty sure
fucking
Cartman
Craig
said either
Guthrie,
level
you're in
10 or level
detention.
12
Now
thief.
start doing your
Well,
He
homework.
might have been like
Yeah, I've got all the doors sealed,
overstating.
and I've got hallway monitors working overtime. Nobody's gonna save your ass today, Craig, okay?
Maybe he's planning to promoting him. What do you mean it's that long? Like, if you had after school detention in high school, that would have only been like an hour and a half or 2 hours.
We got out at 2:45, and you were in detention until the late buses came, which was at 5.
Excuse me, but school is out.
Still,
Actually, it
that's
might have
still
been
only
5:30.
like 2 hours, because they would give you the 15 minutes
Might have been 5:30.
until 3.
I warn you, stay away from the door. One step towards those doors, and I will be
It's
forced to
that's
write you up.
long.
I
But
think,
still,
I think
that's
Saturday detentions were 3 or 4
that is
hours.
also elementary school there too. Like in elementary school, I don't remember there ever being after school detention. You would be asked to stay like through
Middle
lunch
school.
break
Yeah,
and
like during
like
recess, if
recess.
anything.
They're elementary school, South
Yeah.
Park. They're 4th graders. At this point in the series.
Oh, in 4th grade I was in intermediate school, so
Did they have detention there?
yeah.
But I mean, like after school, or was it just?
Yeah, because the one place that I lived, my school went from preschool to 3rd grade, and then 4th grade
God damn
to
it.
7th or 8th grade,
Here they come.
and then the rest
They're
were in
gonna
high
get
school.
you, Craig. You're not getting out
And
of
then in
detention.
the other school
I'll
that
be
I
out
was
of
in,
here
it
in 10
was
minutes.
the elementary school and the middle school
This
were
dungeon holds many
combined.
secrets. For centuries, these halls went unmonitored. But then the evil overlord Mackie rose
Like
and
they were
argued.
technically 2 separate buildings, but they were connected by a really long fucking
Intruder alert! Initiate security protocol! Shit, more of them. See if there's a way to take them all out at once.
Take out the electric and then also the water.
Everyone's got it.
Remember what the wizard taught
You can use like farts here, but it'll just break the barrier. So I'm gonna get him first.
Yeah, you fucked him up.
We can't go in
Oh.
the basement room, or we're just there.
Mother said a curse.
Yeah, he said fuck him up.
There's cigarettes in the one locker. This is a golf kid's locker.
Probably.
It's kind of a complicated system. You'd have to hide the cigarette in your jacket while still being somewhat lit until you got all the way back to your locker.
Little
Forest
Forest
Rex.
Let me see if I can. That's not until the after school fight.
So we're only missing 3 from day 1 now.
You're not gonna get through this door, okay? You might as well give up because I've hidden the...
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm just so used to playing this. I just
Yeah,
skip
no.
everything.
Dude, that's why we want you to play it. That way we're able to focus on commentary more and make the series like manageable. Unlike all the games where Maddie and I just kind of jump into that shit and then it's like, well,
Wears a zillion freckles and a
what do we
clipboard
do
made
now?
of human bone. They say he has a freckle for each kid he's suspended.
What? Talking about Zginges.
Okay, yeah.
No, get away from me, you freak!
What is going on in there? Sounds like somebody is getting raped. Oh, why didn't we take Princess Kenny with us?
Yeah, I know. I have to, cause soon we have to use Butters to heal some kid, but we can distract bitches.
Oh, you can only have one person. Okay.
I miss you. It's not toggling. There we go.
Boobies. Must have. Must touch. Boobies.
I'll switch back to Butters real quick. Like that one.
Oh, but back to detention. Maddie's already told me much about all the time she's had detention, especially the one time that like went on for like a year.
I've only ever had it at that time. Well, no, just kidding. I had it one other time in high school because my one teacher was a bitch.
And I was the lame guy that instead of doing lunch did a third elective in place of lunch. So needless to say, in high school I never had detention because I didn't want to mess up the third elective. And I was also a goody two shoes.
We didn't have lunch detention in high school.
No?
No, we only had after school detention.
So that's how much I don't know about it. I had detention like twice in my life. Like once when I was in elementary school, and I think it's because I didn't do my homework or something, or like in like 3rd grade.
Yeah, I remember I had to get something signed in like 6th grade, and it was over the weekend, and I forgot. Like we had like all week, and like to get points for it, and then like because I think I went away, and I just forgot about it, and I got detention after school. I felt so weird. I'm like, do we tell our parents about this?
Yeah, do you tell? I feel like in situations like that, like, it's really just, like, the teachers and having a good day, and, like, you didn't exactly deserve it. Like, I mean, I can't remember all of that in 3rd grade. Maybe I said something when she asked for my homework, and, like...
There was one time in 2nd grade that we had a writing prompt, and my teacher decided, who was, like, known as the bitchiest teacher in the school, that if you didn't finish it by lunch, you had to stay back until you finished it, and you wouldn't be allowed to eat your lunch. And I was like, for recess. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I literally, like, was so upset about that, like, I rushed to make sure I would be done. But if she didn't grade it, she wouldn't let you out. And I was literally the one on the top of the pile, and she made me sit in for recess, and I was so upset I cried. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, this is, like, 2nd grade, just let us go. Like,
now look, this is detention time, not time to play Dungeons and Dragons. And besides, he's never going to get inside here because to open the door, you need
second
to
time, it was in middle school, and I remember it was just me and this kid. Did you ever guys ever know Tosh Thompson? I should have said, yeah. How about, I mean, Josh Johnson?
Just leave it there.
Well, no, it was, I mean, I'm just saying something back in middle school, and it wasn't even anything bad. It was just, we were, like, laughing about something in class.
Look in the locker.
And so, oh, yeah. We were laughing about something in class, and I was like, I don't know, it hit us so hard that we both, like, had that uncontrollable laughter. So, like, when the teacher told us to stop, like, we obviously couldn't stop. And then, like, we just got in trouble for it. And then the funniest part, though, was we got lunch detention, and then, we, like, kept making jokes about the thing we were making jokes about in class, because the teacher didn't even stay around for lunch detention. He just made us sit in the room and then left to go, like, eat his own lunch. Which I thought was, like, weird, too, because it's, like, if we were, like, worse kids, you know, we would have just, like, left, you know, like, we were just snuck back.
I know, like, in 6th grade, which is the longest I've ever had lunch detention. Well, any kind of detention, I guess. My English teacher was also kind of a bitch, and she would give us, like, it would depend on, like, the week, because each week had, like, a theme, but we got new spelling words each week.
You can succeed where I have failed. Free Mackey's prisoners.
I remember you telling me the story.
And, we would either get, like, 24 to 25 or, like, 30-ish words a week. And Monday night, we had to, like, alphabetize them and then write them, like, 3 times each or something like that. Or, like, we'd write them 3 times each and then use them each in a sentence twice. And, like, you couldn't double up words in the sentences. So I just, like, decided, nah, I'm not gonna do it. And, like, and it started out where,
Be careful, douchebag.
like, the first couple times, I'd be like, oh, I forgot it. And, like, I did every other homework assignment for that week, every week. And I would always get, like, 90 to 100% on my test. Like, I still had an A in English class, but I just wasn't doing this one night of homework every week. And, like, I'd start out and I'd be like, oh, you know, I left it at home. And then I would say, like, oh, I left it in my locker. And then the one day she's like, you're going to show me. And she literally, like, made me leave in the middle of the class to go to my locker. And I was just like, she made me open my locker and go, and she went through my locker to look for it, and I was like, yeah, I didn't do it. She was like, I knew you didn't do it. Week lunch detention. If you don't do it next week, I'll give you another week's worth. I was like, oh, all right.
Oh my god.
You still think this is a game, young man?
But
That's exactly what it is.
my lunch detention, my lunch landed on an hour. Like, it was weird because I lived in, like, in the middle of bumblefuck nowhere when I was in 6th grade. And it was, like, a really small school, and, like, it was a farming school, so, like, they didn't have after school or before school detention because, like, kids had to go and help out on their farms. So they would do it during lunch, but the teacher who would do lunch detention was the woodshop teacher, and he had a class during my lunch. So I would just sit in there and eat while he was teaching class. And, like, after I was there for, like, a week or two, he asked me, like, okay, why are you here all the time? And I explained the situation. He was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's kind of shitty. You can just work on your projects while you're here. So I got, like, an A in his class, and I did, like, 2 extra projects in woodshop that year.
This is kind of cool. Like, that's kind of why, like, I did the whole third elective thing, is because I never got the point of, like, lunch anyway.
It's called People Are Hungry.
I would eat after school. Like, I'd eat right before I went on the bus in the morning, and then I'd just wait until I got home at, like, 2:30 to eat lunch.
I would not be able to do that. And I don't like when my stomach growls sometimes. Oh, I did have lunch 6th grade on Mondays because I had English after lunch. So, like, my week's worth would be up on Monday, so I'd have lunch on Monday, and then I'd get another week's worth.
Oh, shit. The kid's back up. Looking pretty winded, though.
The only other time I had lunch detention, it was in, like, senior year. First period, I had business math, and it was, like, let me tell you, business math is a joke of a class. Like,
oh my god, I know.
We spent a month on how to balance a checkbook, and then we spent another month on how to balance a savings account. In case anyone is too young to know what that means, it's the same thing but different words. It's literally the same thing. You have a thing happen, whether it add or subtract, and then you carry down your balance and keep going. It took us 2 months.
Yeah.
Well, I would always be on my phone or like listening to music or something, and the one morning, my one iPhone, the ringer broke on it, so that if I turned it off, it wouldn't stop vibrating, and then if I turned it on, it would keep going off, so I literally had to like turn it off and then make it so that it wouldn't vibrate or have any sounds. But it broke in class the one day. And like I literally, like, it started vibrating nonstop, so I turned on the ringer, but I had my headphones in, but it still rang out loud for some reason. So I just started to turn off my phone. She was like, whose phone is that? I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, my phone just started freaking out for some reason.
I wasn't worthy.
She was like, give it to me. I was like, excuse me? I was like, I wasn't even on my phone. My phone broke. Like, I turned it off. I had put it in my bag at that point. And she was like, nope, give it to me, and you're gonna have detention. I was like, no.
No, I'm not.
And she was like, no, you have to give me your phone. And like, she literally came over and took it out of my bag and wouldn't give it back. And she literally was like, yeah, and you're also gonna have after school detention. And I was like, are you, like, okay, first off, that's like a third offense with your phone at our school. Like, at our school, you get a warning. The second time, they would take your phone and then give it back at the end of class. And then the third time, they would take your phone and put it to the office, and then you would get lunch detention, or detention after school. She literally took my phone. I went up after class to try and get it back, and she was like, no. I was like, but I have to be in contact with, like, my mom and stuff. And she was like, well, you can text her now, and then you can get it back after school. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
I would have just, like, ran.
I was, like, so mad. And then I almost, like, fucking... Because I think I didn't get the detention that day. I think I got it, like, the next day. I almost missed my bus that day because they wouldn't give me my phone when I went to the office. They were like, no, you have to get it after detention. I was like, I'm not leaving it here overnight. Give me my phone. Yeah. Like, they tried to give me a hard time about it at the office. I was like, this isn't legal. Like, you can't just take my shit and hold it. Like,
yeah.
So fucking angry. I hate shit like that because, like, I wasn't even being disruptive or anything. It was, like, something that was out of my hands.
It's pretty fucked.
Like, I'm still angry.
What's the oh shit. That's all the time that we have for today's episode. I like remember like looking at it like when it was at like 20 minutes and I was like, okay, a couple more minutes, and then like the thing fired off my brain. I was like, oh, how much time was wasted? Okay, we're still within an episode. That's all the time that we have for today. I'll continue what the thought that I was going on with what Maddie was saying in the next episode. But until then, stay adventurous and have a great time until then. Bye.
Bye.